Okay, so here we are. We're starting. That hasn't changed. And I've taken off the tire. I unbolted the slave, which is actually, this is a good slave. This is a Rodney Dickman slave. So one of these times I'll get around to swapping it out with mine. And then I'll actually try and use this rubber hose because I don't have the rubber hose. I just have hardline all the way, so that's not ideal. Not like it matters, my motor doesn't move like at all. I've started unbolting the trans from the block. I took off the crossover. Yeah, that should be about it. We'll just have to unbolt the trans bolt or the transmission transmission mount, and then same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to try and pull out just like one side's axle, and then we'll pull out the other side. I really don't want to have to pull the axles out, at least at this time. Maybe I'll try. We'll see. At least this one I can get to this side, so maybe that's just what we'll do. We'll end up pulling the one side. Yeah, keep going here and get this shit pulled out, and then hopefully we can get it back into the Fiero, and we can hopefully have a Fiero to drive to the 35th anniversary Fiero car show, which is coming up in like 3 weeks, something like that. So let's get to getting. Alright, so I got that bracket out. This one's unbolted and cut, so that way all I got to do now is pull it out. I've got the motor supported. I got like blocks of wood underneath. So yeah, now all we got to do is just pull the trans off. And what it's looking like is this is the older trans, I want to say, because that trans looks different. I know that there's two different. I know because mine's an 86, so mine's the good trans. So hopefully this, I mean, it's probably the bad trans, knowing my luck, but whatever. Just got to be careful with it while I figure out if I can get rebuild kits for that, and then I'll rebuild it. But yeah, let's keep going and get this thing off. Well, got the trans out. The other trans is buried, otherwise I'd bring it out. But yeah, because I have brackets and stuff. I like this trans housing a lot better. I'm not sure what's the weaker part. I don't know if it's the housing that's weak or if it's like the internals. Because I'm going to look into rebuilding that one, if I didn't say that already. So, but yeah, it's out. I'm going to try and clean it up. I got to just block off the axle holes and we'll clean her up. Sounds like Paul's coming. There he is. But yeah, let's get this trans done. Alright, so here it is before I pressure wash it. So, got the pressure washer hooked up. We're going to get this thing cleaned up. Alright, that's the first spray. I'm going to throw some cleaner on there and see how clean she gets. Well, there it is. It looks pretty good. I had to grease up that. I'll put some more grease on the splines. Yeah, so now let's do the crappy thing of installing it. So let's do this. All right, here we go. It's right there, there, and I got my helping hand. So let's get this fucker in. All right, so we got cradles back in. Axles are back in. I still gotta tighten the axle nuts because they're still in there. Tie rods are tightened and they got new cotter pins. My dumbass didn't pay attention very well and I ripped my oil feed out. At least I found it because that would have been a damn shame. I gotta put the strut towers in right now because once I get the struts on there, and then I'm actually gonna try and spray the grease out of the back of these wheels. Then we'll throw the wheels back on. Put it on the ground, and then I'll button up everything up on the top. So, and I think I still got to tighten down some more stuff on the trans stuff, so, but slowly but surely, we're getting there. Alright, so, we're getting there. That's on. Oil feed's fixed. I just got shift cables in. I'm working on right now. I got the nuts. I'm going to bolt on the crossover pipe. I got the slave cylinder bolted back on. And then the strut towers are in. Cradle's in. I don't remember if I said anything about that. Starter's bolted back in. The only thing I got to do is I still got to do the trans mounts and the axle nuts and put the intake on. I think that's it. So let's keep going. Only here at Garageless is it fucking sunny out and fucking just pouring. Like, what the hell? But yeah, intake's back on. Everything's plugged back in over there. Crossover pipe is back on. Pretty much everything except for axle nuts and trans bolts. Most of it's all on there, just gotta tighten down. So I'm gonna do the axles real quick because that'll be quick and easy, and then I'll get the shit part done. Get the transmission bolts bolted up. So let's do this. All right, there it is. Trans is on there. Everything's good to go. The only thing we need to do is put the tires back on, I do believe, and then go through and make sure. Right quick, I'm gonna go spray these off. The other one's probably just as bad. So spray the inside of these out, and then we'll put them back on. Well, there it is, back on the ground. Now all we got to do is do a once over and clean up tools. Then we'll I'll take it for a quick spin because it's a little low on fluid, so I don't want to get too crazy. Just want to make sure all the gears and everything work before I go spending $50 on synchro mesh. But yeah, let's do this. Alright, moment of truth. It's all in there. Let's see if it'll go into reverse. Well, that doesn't feel promising. The clutch feels like shit. Let's reverse. Yep, we're gonna have to do some work with the clutch. I took out the long one I had and put in the small one. I'm gonna have to take it off and put the long one in. Damn it. So let's do that. Alright, so I put a longer rod in there for the clutch slave, and then I re-bled it, and it feels a lot better. So I'll close up the deck lid. Smiley face. But yeah, we'll close up the deck lid, and then I'll try it out. Alright, still runs. That's reverse. Take it for a spin and then we'll see. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. So like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.